It's time to tackle your Twitter questions here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with Jim Cramer. Jim, first up, Dennys, buy or sell?
Well, I like Dennys. They're on mad money tonight. Why do I like it? They're buying back stock. They're getting the comparable store sales up, the remodeling stores. They've got a great franchise program, and they're going overseas. What's not to like for this low double-digit stock?
Great. Next up, Target's move to offer organic food. Can you own it through Hain Celestial, or can you own it through both?
Well, I think you can own it through both because Target's also doing some interesting things in baby and apparel. A lot of other companies reporting that apparel's not selling well. By the way, PVH up 6, getting a little excessive there. Had Manny Trico on last night, but that is a big turn. Maybe take a look at Ralph Lauren. Hain is a great way to play it, as is White Wave. White Wave was weak technically the other day. I think White Wave could be acquired or it's going to do it on earnings. Hain is inexpensive, and there really is, I think, basically a check from Target to Hain to fill up those aisles.
Well, since you said to maybe take a look at Ralph Lauren, Jason notes that Kate Spade, Coach, Kors, Ralph Lauren all outperformed yesterday. Have these higher-end brands finally bottomed?
Well, I am still not enamored of the accessory group, although Kate, I think, is probably doing the best of those, versus Ralph Lauren, which is a really fabulous name, is down. A lot of it was, I think, Europe's not that good. I think that Ralph Lauren, now that PVH is up so much, might be interesting.
Sticking with retail, Lulu reports in about a week with large short positions. Do you think earnings will turn the stock around and squeeze shorts?
We took a nice profit in Lulu. Now, Lulu is at a trading range right now, at the bottom of the range, I believe. Remember, they've got some Canadian currency exposure because they are a Canadian company. I personally think that Lululemon is an acquisition target eventually. Why did we sell it? We had a good gain. Sometimes these apparel stocks are funky. Last quarter was a good quarter because they have a new CFO who really put it in perspective. I think it's in the middle of the range, and therefore it's a push.
Last one comes from Walter, who asks, will Facebook get out of this trading rut at 80?
Oh my, I feel the same way for Action Alerts. I mean, there are days when I come in, I just say, why don't we just boot it, take the huge gain and move on. But the fact is that on 2017 numbers, the stock is astoundingly cheap. It's got a PE in the mid-20s, fabulous fundamentals in terms of the balance sheet. And I think WhatsApp's going to turn out to be a brilliant acquisition. Now, that is something that no one is thinking about, but I think it will be so smart. The growth there is like a weed.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all of your advice, as always, Jim. And if you have a stock question, make sure to tweet it using #CramerQ. That's Jim Cramer, and I'm Brittany Umar for The Street.